what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Jamie B. Thank you for stopping by. In today's video, I am going to be doing a declutter and organization of my eyeshadow palettes. This is just another, I think it's like the third part of my little declutter organization series. This one did not go as planned. I will say I ran into some technical difficulties, but overall it'll do for now. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into this declutter. So all of my eyeshadows are in this drawer. I do have some in this drawer. We'll be working with two, but basically I'm going to be emptying this out and putting in these little trays that I got from the Dollar Tree, and we're gonna go through and stack them in there. And as I'm stacking them in there, I'm gonna do the declutter. So I'm kind of doing it opposite because I really just don't see a point in trying to empty this and then go through it and then refill it. I think it's gonna be quicker if I do it the other way. So real quick, I'm gonna take all of these out and then we're gonna go from there. So now that I've cleared out this entire drawer, we're gonna first start by placing these new holders. I saw someone else on YouTube do this a long time ago and I really wanted it. So they sit in like that. But my Dollar Trees have not had these for so long. So I winded up having to order them online. And I had to get 24 of them, which I did not need. Now that I have those laid out, I think I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna take out my Lunar Beauty, which I do love having up front. So I have Lunar Beauty Strawberry Moon. I have the Greek Goddess by Lunar Beauty. I have Eternal Eclipse. So that gets about 3 palettes in there. That's actually not bad. Moonspell Volume 2. And then I have the Morphe X Manny MUA Glam palette. Life's a Drag Facelift palette. Okay, so the next section I have is going to be KKW Beauty. So I have the Camo palette. I have Classic 1 and Classic 2. Classic Blossom, I believe is what it actually is called. And then that's Classic 1. No, this one was Classic Blossom. This one is Classic. I have the KKW Matte Cocoa palette. And then I have the KKX Mario. So this is the piece that I actually had Steven go ahead and cut them into individual slots so they would fit here in the front. I told you he is the bomb. I knew he would make it happen if I needed it. And then I have the Matte Honey palette. And I have the Matte Mauve palette, which I have actually never used. I actually haven't used a lot of these KKW ones because I just got a bunch of these when she did her closeout sale. This is the KKW Crystallized palette. And then I have the KKW X Winnie palette. Winnie. Oh, it's so pretty. So I also have 2 mini KKW eye contours in medium and then light or dark. So I'm going to put those off to the side because they're too small to fit into an actual slot. Then I have the KKW eyeshadow palette, but this doesn't have a name and I don't think it's ever really had a name. It's just 5 shadows. So I have Juvia's Place Wahala 2, and then I have Juvia's Place the Magic Mini. And then I have the Festivals by Juvia's Place. Oh! These are all really pretty. Their palettes are always so pretty. So I have the Laura Lee Los Angeles Candy Skies palette. It's actually one of my favorite colorful palettes. And then I have Laura Lee Nudie Patootie, the original one. She is loved. Nudie Patootie 2. Laura Lee Sleigh Bells. And then Cat's Pajamas. Okay, and then I have the Warrior by Juvia's Place. I haven't used a lot of these. I just recently started buying Juvia's Place eyeshadow palettes. I think that's all of my Juvia's Place. Nope, I have this one and this one. So I have the I Live, I Love, and then I have the Berries. Okay, now coming over here, I like to have my Pat McGrath palettes because I think they're so pretty to have on display. This is the Celestial Odyssey palette. This is the most recent one, and then this is the Celestial Divinity. This one's from last year. Alright, and then behind those, I do like to have my Huda palettes. I have Huda Beauty Rose Quartz, Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered, Desert Dusk palette, New Nudes, and retrograde, Mercury retrograde. Beautiful, all of them. Also, I have the Naughty Nudes. Forgot about that one. All right, so I guess I'll go into all the different ones since I don't have any more of this brand. So I have Makeup Revolution, and this is the Forever Flawless Makeup Revolution. This one is chilled. I like both of these. I'm gonna keep both of these. Okay, I'm just gonna put random palettes right here in the center. So I have Tarte in the Bloom. I'm actually gonna get rid of this one. It's old and I don't use it. And then I have Orange Pop. I'm gonna keep it. You never know when you need like a good orange palette. Ace Beauty Vintage Dawn. Keeping it. And Dose of Colors I Love Sarahi. I think I'm gonna keep it. I can't help it. It is what it is. What is happening here? So I think I'm gonna set these minis to the side, like mini minis to the side. Even though they're not technically a mini, they're just still very mini-esque. And I don't like it in here. I want full-size palettes in here. And then I have the Tarte palette. This is High Tides and Good Vibes. Honestly, I want to keep it because I absolutely love the front of this. But also, my daughters do love this palette, like, a lot. I'm going to be getting rid of the Kat Von D palette. I'm also going to get rid of this Too Faced palette. I think it's really pretty, but I just don't use it. And then I have this one, which is the Eternals palette. I'm not going to get rid of it. I just got this palette. And I mean, I haven't used it, but I did just get it. And I would like to maybe display this at some point because I just think that's so beautiful. And then I'm trying to like actually lift it so I could show you the palette. So the colors are okay. I mainly just got it because of the packaging. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And then the two new LA Girl palettes that I just got, I'm gonna keep those because I literally just got them a couple weeks ago. Alright, so I'm coming down here to the minis because I think I'm gonna have to do this backwards. I'm gonna have to take all of this out, put palettes in towards the back, and then redo it because what I've done now is I can't reach back here. So I'm basically gonna show you the rest of what I have but organize it afterwards. So I have the I Like to Mauve It by Essence. These are just little palettes I got that were like $3.99 from Ulta or $2.99. This one is Bronze This Way. This one is Coral Me Maybe. Ice Ice Baby. And then this one is Dancing Green. So these are really pretty and I haven't really used these, so I will be keeping these just so I can use them at a later date. And I went ahead and moved all this. If you haven't seen, I cleared all this space out so that way I can figure out what I'm doing with everything. So I have some more mini palettes that I want to put in here. So I have, I'm just going to go through and briefly show you. I have the Topaz Obsession, Amethyst Obsession, Emerald Obsession, Ruby Obsession, and then I have the Gemstone, Coral. So I have Rose, I have Lilac, I have Khaki Haze, I have Purple Haze, and I have Sand Haze. And then I have a couple more. I'm gonna move these, I think. Alright, so I have Neon Obsession, Pastel Mint, Huda's The Nude Rich, Nude Light, a nude medium. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how I can do this without it being crazy because it's difficult. So I have these Lorac palettes, the Pro palettes that I've been collecting. I think I'm gonna get rid of those. Finally get rid of them. So I think I've decided that these taller ones are gonna go up on my wardrobe somewhere up here. I haven't decided where yet, but up here, but I'll still show you and go through them. So this is the Morphe and Avani Greg palette. I'll be keeping that one. Live with Love, Morphe, I'm gonna keep that one. The Morphe X James Charles palette. I think I'm gonna give this one to my girls just because I don't really use it, but they use it all of the time. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. And then I have the 39L Lights palette. I'm gonna put that over here because I might be getting rid of that one. The Sweet Oasis 35S, I just got that one. Lisa Frank, I'll be keeping that one even when I don't use it because I want it for nostalgia reasons. The Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. This one is the original one, not like a remake that they did and people said that the palette wound up feeling different, I guess. This is like the original one and it's so good. And then I have the Icy Fantasy palette by Morphe I'm getting rid of. I don't even know why I kept that one. I hated it. Nikita Dragon and Morphe. I'm gonna keep this one. So I think these are eventually gonna go up top, up here, for like a stand-up palette up section up here, and I'll show that at the end if I decide to do that, but for right now I'm gonna put them here just so I can go through this stuff with you guys. So I have the Norvina collection palettes. I have, I don't know what number they are. Oh, volume 1, volume 3, volume 2, and volume 4. And then I have a Michaela and Glamlight palette I'm gonna keep. And then we'll start going into my ColourPop stuff because I have a ton of that too, and Kylie. ColourPop Powerpuff Girls, keeping. Fade into Hue, keeping. This is all my ColourPop and Kylie stuff. Okay. I forgot I had decluttered my Kylie palettes a long time ago, so I really don't have as many as I used to. Like, if you're not new to my channel, then you know. Like, I had so many Kylie palettes, it's not even funny. Sipping Pretty I'm gonna keep, and then my last Kylie palette, actually my last palette to show you guys, is the Kylie and Nightmare on Elm Street. So now I just have to figure out how I'm going to store these. So all of these are going to go onto a standalone palette. The Michaela one will be on a standalone palette. Norvina's will be on a standalone palette. Alright guys, so I am officially done for now. There are a lot of things that I really don't know how I'm gonna go about doing it or what I'm gonna do. I just feel like I wish maybe I would have thought this through. These are they're not palette friendly unless they're perfect squares. So a lot of these are just sitting inside of these. I mean, I guess it's better than how they were, just kind of laying. I am able to display them and hold them, so I only put some palettes up here and then the box of mini palettes over here. And then down here I also have some palettes here and back there, with my singles, my brow products, and my lashes, just because I realized like all of my palettes up here, it just wasn't gonna happen with these, because then it was too tight and I wouldn't be able to just like, you know what I mean, just kind of like pick them up, look through. It was kind of like really tight and a real big struggle. So I tried to do them basically by name or by brand and so on and so forth. But it is what it is for right now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just not feeling very well, but I'm also just not really into, I don't know, I just had higher hopes for this kind of organization, and when I saw it on YouTube I really liked it, but now that we're here and it's done, I just feel like I have a lot of empty space back there and I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to look and see. I may have to do like 3 drawers of palettes and just space them out. I don't know, I'll have to take a look at that. For now, I'm just gonna have the palettes up here that I cannot fit. Like I have my Jaclyn Hill, my Morphe palettes and all that, the big ones, the Norvina ones that I can't fit, just so they can be displayed. But I'm definitely gonna have to come back in here and figure out how I want this wardrobe to be. I don't know if I need to maybe space out the drawers, which means I'm gonna have to take all of this out, all of the drawers out, and just space them higher so I can have more space to put like my arm in and get my palettes, because the problem is down here when they're all the way back here, it like I can't pull them out of that, so it gets stuck. So I would have to lift these drawers, which is gonna take me forever. So I'm not gonna do that today. That would take me a long time. But I just wanted to stop in and update. I actually wanted up changing the entire layout of my organizer. I know that at the end of this video it's gonna look different, but this is the actual current way that I have it. So what I did was I brought this up higher because I don't need that much room for the lip glosses, and then I put the eyeshadow palettes up 2 more, and then I put my foundations and stuff in there, so that way I have a higher space, so those really tall palettes can fit in here now and I can fit my arm back to grab them. So I just wanted to update you on what I did after filming the video. I was like, I don't like it, and so here we are. I updated it and I like it a lot better. The only thing is these are so heavy. They're supposed to kind of just like pull themselves back in. See that, how it closed itself? Where these are not gonna do that. Well, that one did. Let's see if this one does. Yeah, it did. But so now that is the updated palette organization. So I just wanted to show you guys the updated version because I know that I had left it off at a different area. So I decided I couldn't, like, it was bothering me so bad. So I just decided to move the shelf up and figure it out so all my palettes could be together. So there you go, back to the video. So that is it for the declutter of my eyeshadow palettes. I hope you guys liked it. I just think that I did really good. I'm getting rid of at least 10 palettes. Wow, no, I'm getting rid of like, wow, a lot. Almost 20 palettes I'm looking at over there. And I have some on the other side. So I'm really excited that I'm finally clearing those out. I forgot that I did get rid of a lot of my Kylie Cosmetics palettes. So I didn't have very many of those to get out, but I did get rid of, I think, like 4 new ones. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up for me. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel, and I love you all, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.